Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I want to do a quick lesson on this article. I actually seen it when it came out and I forgot all about it. But it says Latvia says they're running out of men. Single guy looking for a partner. If you're willing to live in the cold, you may have options. The country of Latvia currently has so few men that women have begun traveling abroad to find partners. And best believe this is coming. This same scenario is coming to Babylon the Great. It's gonna be so few men, and the men, not just men in general, but men of the Lord. You know, men in general, but especially men of the Lord. Say it like that. It says no one is sure why this is the case. There's some evidence that men in the country make poor life choices and don't live as long. Sound like men over here in Babylon the Great. Though that doesn't explain why there are so few young men in the country currently. But no matter the reason, its impact is obvious. The country currently has 15.5% more women than men. And guess what? A lot of these women are being preserved. A lot of these women are being preserved for the men of the Lord. Because ultimately, 2/3 of our people just in Babylon and Great America alone, 2/3 of our people are going to die. That's a large percentage of Israelites, of all 12 tribes, of more women than men, because women outnumber men in general, but men too. So we already know Isaiah 4:1. That's gonna happen on this side. You know, a man can have multiple wives, and we're gonna get a lot of these heathen women as well. You know, and we're gonna bring back the nation. I say we, saying Israel in general. And Lord will we of that number. And I say we also because I'm referring to men. A man can get with any nation, any woman of any nation, and bring back his own race. It says even though there's a significant gender imbalance, things seem to be doing okay. Though novelty services that allow women to hire men by the hour have appeared in recent years. And that's a that's a twist. It said women to hire men. Versus over here in Babylon the Great, men hire women, for whatever services they want. They hire women. But all of this is coming, that whole switch from women thinking that they are the prize, or women thinking that everything is catered to them, to realizing that they were supposed to be the ones chasing the man. The man is the real prize, and not just any man, a righteous man, a man of the Lord. That's the true prize. That whole switch is coming to Babylon the Great. It's already in the mix. It's already working. It's just the right scenario has to be set. It says still locals don't really seem to mind, though some have said that it would be nice to have more men to flirt or chat with. Women are literally saying this over here now, talking about how lonely they are. In Babylon the Great, they're talking about how lonely they are. They want a man. It says, so if you're lonely, the answer might not be hinge. Instead, it might be rigor. So yeah. And a lot of men are leaving the dating scene because a lot of men are not putting up with modern women anymore. And modern women are feeling the effects of it. Now, I pulled up on Google Latvia male to female ratio, and it says Latvia has a significant gender imbalance, which is not an imbalance. Men can have more than one woman, with significantly more women than men, holding one of the highest female to male ratios in the world, with about 116 women for every 100 men, or roughly 85 men per 100 women. So you can see, men got options, largely due to higher male mortality and shorter life expectancy, especially in older age groups. While more men are born, women outnumber men substantially around after age 65. And women outnumber men in general because that's how the Lord made it. He made it for men to have multiple wives. Literally, polygyny is all throughout the Bible. with all nations. It's not even just the nation of Israel. All nations where the Lord did it to where every nation is polygynous. That's just how it is. And the Lord made it to where he created more women than men so that we can be polygynous. You can't repopulate the whole earth as fast as you would being monogamous. One man with one woman. The Lord is all throughout the scriptures. It says ratio, approximately 116 women per 100 men, or 0.86 males per female, which, you know, I get what they're trying to say. Now it says percentage, around 53.6% of the population are women and 46.4% are men. And that was in 2024. It says there are roughly 136,000 more females than males. So what do you think that's going to equate to? And then it said the women are traveling to find men. What do you think is going to happen? Polygyny, which is already stated to happen. And I'm gonna just read the impact. It says Latvia is often called the most man-scarce country in the world, and give it a little time, Babylon the Great gonna be like that too. It says this scarcity leads to unique social dynamics, with women sometimes struggling to find partners. And before I do that, let me just look up and see what Latvia. Let's see Latvia women. I don't know if I should have typed in modern or not. And like I said, in the kingdom, well, even before the kingdom, you know, some might, but even after, it said landed in Riga, Latvia. I guess this, I don't know, it's like Southern Kingdom Eve. Ain't no telling, but this is the area where they were saying it's Salakia. So brothers is we gonna have to pick a litter, both in Babylon the Great, and when the time come for us to deal with these other nations, you know. And what I mean is when we put them in captivity. So let me get 2 scriptures. Close it out. Let's get this is Deuteronomy 21, starting at verse 10 in the AMP. When you go out to battle against your enemies and the Lord your God hands them over to you and you lead them away captive, and you see a beautiful woman among the captives, meaning the other nations, and desire her and would take her as your wife, then you shall bring her home to your house, and she shall shave her head and trim her nails in preparation for mourning. She shall take off the clothes of her captivity, meaning what she was wearing, and remain in your house and weep or mourn for her father and her mother a full month. After that, you may go in to her and be her husband, and she shall be your wife. See? Which I ain't gonna keep going. That's the point. So these other nations, yeah, you got Israelites scattered around the 4 corners of the earth too. So I'm not saying every single last one of them women is a heathen, but the majority of them are, you know, but because you got confusion of faces. But for the heathen women, we gonna be able to deal with them, and it's already like we just read, an imbalance of the male and female, which they still, everybody's, you know, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people, a lot of countries still operate under a polygynous system, but you got countries in the modern sense operating under a monogamous system. That monogamy is going completely out the window. This is Isaiah 4:1, and in that day, KJV, 7 women shall. Salakia, I gotta clear out the storage of my phone so it can stop cutting off the video because I'm out of space. But this is Isaiah 4:1 in the KJV again. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And I was listening to the elder brother, but not the Zakba, GMS South Carolina, or narrator SC. I can't remember which channel he on. But I was listening to the brother earlier, and he brought the scripture out, and like the brother was explaining and going into, they eat our own bread, wear our own apparel. These women are basically saying they're not going to be a burden. They're not going to be a burden to you because the times it's going to be so bad, that women going to understand. These women, 7 goes into completion. So the complete number of women that's going to be allotted to the brothers, they're going to understand that they're gonna understand the situation that's going on, and the only way for them to be with the man that they're trying to be with, which is the men of the Lord, they can't bring no problems. They can't be a problem, and that's the mindset they're gonna be in. And it's another translation that say they gonna fight. I think it's the NLT. Yeah, in that day, so few men would be left that 7 women will fight for each man. They gonna fight for you. They gonna do whatever it takes to be with you. That's what it's going into. They're gonna do whatever it takes just to be with you. Just like you saying you fighting for a relationship, meaning you trying to do whatever it takes to keep it. They gonna do whatever it takes to get you. The men of the Lord, saying, "Let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. We won't be a burden unto you. Only let us take your name so that we won't be mocked as old maids." And in AMP it said it'll take away the shame of them being unmarried without a man. As you can see, that's a lot of that's going on in Latvia. These women are getting desperate that they don't have a man. The man ratio, the male to female ratio is in an imbalance, and the only way to fix that is to take away monogamy and develop the mindset of polygyny. It's gonna happen whether you women like it or not. It's already happening. Actually, it never went away. It's just that this society puts you in an illusion that you can be with one man, and that's how it should be. You be with one man, and he got to just be with you. But that's not how the Lord created it, And the Lord created man to be the prize. The Lord deals with the man, The tabernacles of the Lord is with men. Everything starts when it comes to the dynamic between a man and a woman. It starts with the man. So the man is the prize, and the only way you're going to be taken care of is if you're with a man of the Lord. So, I just wanted to make that quick video. Lord wills edifying. On that note, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that Ruel. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing His word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping His word of sincerity and the truth. And until next time, Shalom.